Hi, my name is Connor Riley, and on today's Connor in Coverage, we're going to talk about the University of Georgia showing Todd Hartley the money. Todd Hartley has done just about everything Georgia has asked him to do since arriving as the tight ends coach in January of 2019. He's put a tight end in the NFL draft in each of the past 3 seasons, impressively, with each of those guys having less than 10 catches in their final year at Georgia. It speaks to his ability to develop players and get them ready for the next level. But what he's done as a recruiter has been pretty darn impressive as well. He's landed 5-star tight end Darnell Washington, pulled Brock Bowers from Napa, California, and then built on it last year by adding Oscar Delp to the Georgia tight end room as well. He's already got 2 commitments for the 2023 class as well in Pierce Sperlin and Lawson Lucky, 2 guys with Georgia ties and guys that ultimately are probably going to end up helping this Georgia tight end room. And it's because of all that, along with the development, as Brock Bowers as a freshman last year set the school record for touchdown catches in a season with 13, explain why Todd Hartley is clearly very, very good at his job. Now he is being compensated as such. Georgia revealed on Thursday that Hartley had agreed to a new contract extension that extends him through the 2024 season and gives him a $200,000 raise. He'll now be making $650,000 to be the Georgia tight ends coach. It's believed to be that make him the highest paid tight end coach in the sport that doesn't have a coordinator title or an assistant coach title attached to his record. Hartley has done just about everything that Georgia has wanted him to do and excelled in that. In fact, the Georgia tight end room might be the single best position group, not just on this team, but in the entire sport of college football this year. It speaks to what Hartley has built and is going to continue to build, it seems like, in the University of Georgia. It's the perfect blend of what Kirby Smart wants from his assistant coaches. His ability to recruit, identify talent, people that want to play in and fit in this program, and then develop them into not just star contributors at the college level, but also at the NFL level as well. Consider that Gilbert, a talented tight end that Georgia actually didn't land as a recruit, still felt comfortable enough to come back to Georgia and ultimately contribute to this Georgia team for the 2022 season. You add him to a room that includes an Oscar Delp, a Brock Bowers, and a Darnell Washington, not to mention veterans in Brett Seither and Rylan Goody, who could probably play at just about every major SEC school. And you can see why Georgia's tight end room is so talented and so revered, and ultimately going to be such a big reason that Georgia has the season that it does in 2022.
He'll be the first to tell you he's got to continue to grow, to get in shape, to change his body, and get an opportunity to help us with the 2 other guys we got coming back. You know, it makes it a luxury of those guys being able to make us a special football team. The SEC, you know, you got to be able to do both. You can't just be a receiving tight end. That's what we saw last year with Brock and Darnell. They're so versatile, they can do both.
This isn't the first time this offseason that Georgia has shelled out for its offensive staff. Consider that new wide receivers coach Brian McClendon is set to make $700,000, a $150,000 pay bump from what Cortez Hankton was making before he took the LSU job. Todd Monken also received a big pay raise as he is now set to make $2 million this coming season, which is believed to make him the highest paid offensive coordinator in the sport. Georgia is clearly paying very well on the offensive side of the ball, and for good reason. Georgia's offense is positioned this coming year to perhaps be the best of the Kirby Smart era, and the coaching staff deserves a lot of credit for that. Let's also remember that Dell McGee is making $800,000 and is clearly one of the best running back coaches in the country there as well. And for years, Kirby Smart has always believed in paying top dollar for his offensive line coach, even if the new one, Stacey Searles, is making a little bit less than Matt Luke and Sam Pittman have made before him. It's all part of the next evolution of Georgia, and it speaks to what Kirby Smart has always wanted from this program. To get the success on the field on Saturdays, you have to invest in it Sunday through Friday. That's clearly what Georgia is doing here with Todd Hartley, a coach who is continuing to rise up the coaching ranks. He was recently named one of the top 65 up-and-coming young assistants, and given his time here at Georgia, it wouldn't be surprised to see him ultimately one day move into an offensive coordinator role and potentially even a head coaching job, as he had been tied into the Marshall opening in 2020. Hartley's done a fantastic job here at Georgia, and there's no reason to doubt that even with this new contract, he's not going to rest on his laurels. He's going to continue to develop the Georgia tight end room, find the next wave of players that can help this program, and ultimately continue to probably be the best tight ends coach in the country. It's what he's been in his time at Georgia and is now being compensated for. It's an encouraging sign for what Georgia continues to do as a program and investing in its coaches. And with Kirby Smart being the next coach to get the big monster extension, it shows that Georgia, not just the coaching staff, but the administration as a whole, is rowing in the right direction and making sure that the Georgia football program can continue to be one of the best in the country.